Hello guys, in this video we'll set up Helix Editor for Rust programming language. Helix Editor is a modern text editor programmed in Rust which makes it pretty fast and efficient. You can pretty much program in any programming language or framework that provides you an LSP. You can use IntelliSense and other different features that we'll see in a minute. By the end of this video, you guys should be able to literally configure and program any programming language with Helix Editor. So make sure you stick around and watch till the end. By the way, as we start, there is a link to my Discord in description. We are building up a community of like-minded people where we share tons of things, we do lots of discussions, so make sure you join it. First of all, we'll start with WezTerm, which is kind of optional for this video, but highly recommended because of its rich features and the colors that it provides, which is this terminal emulator, which I'm using. Now, if you're on Mac, Linux, or Windows, you can use the default terminal or command line tool that is in your OS, but I'll highly recommend you install this WezTerm. So just head to your favorite browser and search for wezforlong.org. I'll drop this link in the description. As you guys can see, it's a cross-platform terminal emulator and pretty efficient for coding as well. So you can just press download, and here you can select your OS. For example, Windows, you can just select Windows and you'll get an exe. Similarly, for Mac OS, you can just download for Mac and you'll get a DMG, and then you can just or a zip file, then you can just extract it and put inside your application. Similarly, for Linux, you have some commands to make it available on your Linux flavor, whichever you are using. So just go ahead and install it. So once you have WezTerm download and installed on your machine, just move to your favorite browser and this time search for helixeditor.com. Move to download. On this page, you will get instructions to build from source. As I mentioned in start, it's a Rust tool and you can just, clone the repository and build the source code and literally do cargo run on your machine to run Helix Editor on your machine from source. But if you are not looking to build from source, then you can just use package managers. So here you will find package manager for Linux, for Mac OS, and for Windows. So you can just select whichever package manager that is available on your machine, on your OS, and just go ahead and install. For example, I want to use Homebrew. So you can just run this command, brew install helix. So just copy this command and back to your terminal or WezTerm, just paste this command, brew install helix. Now for me, it's already installed, but if you are on Mac, you run this command, it will go ahead and install helix for you. As you guys can see, it says it's already installed and up to date. So just clear this. Now, when you install Helix on your machine, it's just another dummy text editor, just like you have Notepad or Notepad++ with literally no IntelliSense or no understanding of language. So before we add any language specific configurations, we need to make sure we have LSP installed on our machine for whichever language that we want to consume or program in our Helix editor. So for that reason, move to GitHub of Helix Editor. I'll drop this link where they have provided detailed wiki for language server configurations, and literally it includes for literally all the languages or different frameworks as well. As you can see on the right of my screen, there are languages and literally has for all the new, old, any language like Docker, and there is for Dart, Go, then HTML, Java, JavaScript, JSON, and Kotlin, Scala, TypeScript, you name it, like literally configurations for literally every language. So we'll just go to Rust, and right here, as you guys can see, first we have to add this using Rust Hub, which is Rust Analyzer, a Rust LSP. So just copy this, and obviously if you are following this for Rust, then make sure you have Rust installed on your machine. So just copy this. Similarly, as you can see for Scala and different other programming languages. So back to our terminal and just paste this command. Now it doesn't matter if you are running on Linux, Mac, or Windows, go to a terminal and just literally paste this command. And for me, it's already installed and up to date, but you guys can just go ahead and run this command that would install the Rust Analyzer LSP on your machine. Now, once you have your LSP installed on your machine, you have to tell Helix Editor to consume this LSP using the language toml configuration file. So we'll just add it in the configs. Now I'll do it for Mac. The process is same for Linux and Windows. You can find the paths right here on my screen where you have to do it for Windows and Linux. But for Mac, you can just move to the config. And here you will find configs of different tools that you are using on your machine. I'll just move to Helix, the folder which will be added on your machine. So here you'll see a languages toml file, but when doing for the first time, you will not see this file. So just do nano languages.toml, and don't be confused by what is written here. We'll go over one by one, and I'll also show you guys from where you guys can copy this config. So it's basically telling our Helix editor how you have to deal with Rust files, and then what kind of indentation you are required and which LSP to use. So that's pretty much what you have to add here. So back to your favorite browser, and you have to go to this language toml file and Helix repository. I'll again drop a direct link here, and you guys can just go here and find the settings or configuration for literally any language that you want to use. So let's say we search for Rust. Now, first of all, in your toml file, just add this, which is language server.rust analyzer command as Rust analyzer, which is right here, the first and the second line that you see in my languages toml file. So once you add this, just keep on searching and you can see language server Rust analyzer config. Now all this is optional. I have added it, but if you want to, then just literally copy from here and move to your languages toml file, and you can see literally all this that I've added is copied from the languages toml file that we just saw. So just copy it and paste it here for different features that you want to enable with your LSP. And then as part of the language, set the name as Rust. Again, this you can also find in the language toml. So here you can just search more and you will find language as name Rust, scope. So just literally copy all of this from here, and this just enables a bunch of more features for you, like tells your text editor which are Rust files, as you can see, file types as RS, and then there are roots, cargo toml and cargo lock, auto format as true, and comment tokens, block comment tokens, all these things that you use in your language. It's just telling your ID, your text editor about this. And then indentation as well, you can increase it, but I just literally copied all of this from here and use it. Now similarly, let's say you want to do it the same for maybe I don't know, Scala. Then as you guys can see, just copy from here for Scala and paste it. By now, everything that you have copied allows you to have IntelliSense and language like detection, errors and everything. But for a syntax highlighting, you need grammar. So for that reason, just add name Rust. For Rust, you want to add this grammar, which is from the source tree setter, which will provide you, the parsing and the syntax highlighting. So again, this is something you can get from the language toml, which you can again find right here in the languages toml file. So just copy this. So remember, you have to set up any language by providing the LSP, the language, and the grammar. This will literally enable you to code in any language, like Scala, Java, Rust. We saw everything. So you can just enable by literally doing that. So once you add everything in your languages toml file, just press Ctrl X and make sure to save this. For me, I have not made many changes. So just save this file. And once you save this, you can just do hx dot to start Helix Editor, or you can just move to any project and then do hx dot. So I just moved in one of my repo, and here we'll just do hx dot. And there you go, the first look of Helix Editor with the default theme on your machine. Just go ahead and maximize your terminal window. You'll get this view where on the left side you will get your project structure, and on the right side you will get the preview of the files as you scroll down or move down with your files. So you will get a view of or preview of your files. So all the Rust files, as you guys can see, get a syntax highlighting as well. We can preview our files, we can search for the file. If your project is bigger, you can just search, and any file that we want to edit, let's say we want to edit this file, we just press enter, and we can now just add make changes to these files or anything that we want to change. So let's say we want to make some changes here, so print, and as you guys can see, we get syntax highlighting as well. And if we want to do something with the existing things that we are using, so let's say toml, and we get all the IntelliSense with all the detail that is here. Now let's say, what if you don't like this theme? So how can we change this theme? So just press cap. So you're not making any changes in your files now, and you can always fall back to your project structure by pressing space F. So there you go, and press cap to go back to the file. So space F. I'll drop a link to the key maps and all the keys so you guys can, get along with the keys. And trust me, once you start using it, it's pretty amazing, and your coding experience just changes altogether. Anyways, if you want to make any changes in the themes, so just press colon, and as you can see at the bottom of your screen, you get all the commands that you can use. You can use quit, write, and open, quit. So let's say theme, we'll just write theme and then space, and it shows all the themes that are there you get for free when you install Helix Editor. So let's say I want to switch to, I don't know, maybe a Dracula theme. So, and once you get your theme, you can just press tab, and you can literally see your code in all those themes: Dracula, or Dracula solid, Dracula high contrast, or GitHub dark high contrast. So literally you can use any of these. So let's say I'm using Dracula solid, just press enter, and there you go. Now everything is in Dracula solid. So that's how you can change your themes, and you can set different themes that you want. Now comes the bigger question: how do you run your code? So again, colon, and there's something like sh, which allows you to run any shell command that you want to, or you can just search for command and run shell command. So just go run shell command, and as you can see, it says there is a alias which you can use, which is sh. So followed by sh, anything that you want to run. Or what I highly recommend is, since it's a tab view terminal, so just press plus. And again, this is one of those reasons that I ask you guys to install WezTerm, because some of the old great terminals don't provide it. So you can just do cargo run quite or cargo run in this window to run your software, your application, your code. And this window you can just go ahead and code. Pretty straightforward, and you get all the IntelliSense, everything, and I think it's pretty cool. So in the next videos, you might see me coding using Helix Editor for Dioxys, for Tori, for Rust, for different other programming languages that we'll be using on our channel. So to get the same experience as me, make sure you follow this tutorial and install Helix Editor on your machine. Again, I think it makes you pretty efficient, since I've been using Helix Editor for some time now, and I personally like, so that's why I'm recommending to you guys to use it. So if you have any questions, feel free to leave in the comments. I'll happy to catch you guys in another video. Thank you.